Dude, tell me you're going to go into this little thing right here. Negative. All right, welcome to match number 3, Ace 18 Black, here on day 1 of the festival. And we just went down in bandwidth. I don't know if there's Wi-Fi here. Certainly not going to try it at this moment. I'm here with my co-commentator, Scott. And the reason I say that, Scott, is because 2 weeks ago, you were wondering if people could hear you standing this close to me. And the answer was yes, I did ask somebody.
Good to know.
My unwitting co-announcer.
Let's go, Ace!
All right, we are giving high fives to start this third match. We will either go 0-3 or 1-2 today. Either way, we will be on the court tomorrow morning at 8, either playing or reffing. And we will not be here back at State Farm Stadium in Glendale. We will be at the Salvation Army Kroc Center on the south side of Phoenix, at least tomorrow morning. Then, depending on how we do tomorrow, we will either be back at the stadium Monday, at the Kroc Center Monday, or at Avondale Sports Complex Monday, depending on how we finish tomorrow. Don't have times for Monday yet. I mean, I could have potential times, but that just seems a little ridiculous to do potential times because, it could always change. All right, on the court. Okay, there we go. That makes more sense. Avery is in the middle. Anna is on the right side. Leah is on the left side. All right, on the court we got Leah, Avery, Anna, Elle, Callie, and Cassie. Callie will come out for Shay at libero once the lineups are all set. In comes Shay for Callie. Oh, I'm going to have to redo this right now. No. Okay, I think I'm right. I don't know. So Rush won the toss, but that's where they were starting. All right, which means Anna will serve first instead of Cassie, so we'll go from there. Down ref taking a drink. We're ready to go. Ball's in the air. Rush serving. Shay goes down to her knees to pass. Cassie not quite able to save it in way of the bench. It's going to be a point for Rush. Rush up 1-0. Ball's in the air for Rush. Shay able to get that. Avery able to save it. Hits it back over to Leah. Able to hit it in the back row. Rush able to get it over to their outside. Tips it over. Cassie gets it to Shay. Over to Anna on the right side. Outside, excuse me. Anna with the hit and the kill. Point Ace. Ace. Tied at 1. Anna Beekis to serve. Tied up at 1. Lee and Avery in the front row. Ball's in the air. Rush tips it over there outside, who bumps it over the net. We're going to be called into the net on Rush. Point for Ace. Ace up 2-1. Ball's in the air for Anna. Overpass. Oh, Ace. Or excuse me, Rush able to set it. However, oh, well, hell. They were able to set it. However, they were in the net. Point Ace. Ace up 3-1. Anna Bekas continues to serve. Rush able to get it to the right side. Hit. Too strong. Oh. Point Ace. Ace up 4-1. What happened in 1941? The Germans bombed Pearl Harbor. No, I'm kidding. That's a quote from Animal House. John Belushi. Sorry about that. I was having a little fun with the score. Point Ace. Ace up 5-1. Anna serving. Rush able to get it to their center. Over to their right side for the hit and the point. That was a solid kill for Rush. Rush to serve down 2-5. Ball's in the air from Rush. Shea able to get it to Cassie. Slight overpass. Cassie does not win the battle with that net. Rush to serve down 3-5. Ball's in the air. Shea able to get it over to Cassie. Cassie to L. With the kill. Point Ace. Ace up 6-3. Avery to serve. Callie in the front row. What happened in 1963? Our 35th president was killed in Dallas, Texas. Ball's in the air. Rush hit a double over net. That's against the rules. Point Ace. Ace up 7-3. Double over the net. They hit it twice when they tried to do a two-handed pass. They hit it with two hands. Stays on your side of the net. That is new and legal this year, but if it goes over the net, that's against the rules. Rush with a hit. Out the end line. Point Ace. Ace up 8-3. Avery serving. Rush able to hit it. Anna able to dig that out. Cassie over to L on the outside. It's a hit. Outside the antenna. That's a point for Rush. Rush to serve down 4-8. Put those together, you get 48. Dewey did not, in fact, beat Truman in 48, even though the newspaper said so. Ball's in the air. Shea to Cassie. Cassie over to L. Rush able to save that. Sets it to their back row, who has to do a free ball over the net. Set to Cassie. To Leah on the right side, who gets a solid hit. Rush able to get, bumps it over to their right side. Swings, spins the ball. Does not go over. Point Ace. Ace up 9-4. Ball's in the air from Leah. Rush into the net. Point for Ace. Ace up 10-4. And I missed Shea coming in for Leah. For Avery. My apologies. Ball's in the air from Leah. Good cross-court serve. Rush able to capitalize on it. And hits it into the block, but it does fall on our side of the court. Point for Rush. Rush to serve down 5-10. McKenna in for Leah. Amelie in for Cassie. Ball's in the air. McKenna over to L. Bumps it too far out. Point Rush. Rush to serve down 6-10. Ball's in the air from Rush. L to McKenna. Outside the antenna. Cannot quite save it. Rush to serve down 7-10.
Here we go, ladies.
Ball's in the air. Shea, good pass to McKenna. McKenna, good set to Amelie on the outside. Into the net. It is out. Right up against the antenna on the net. Rush serving down 8-10.
Here we go.
Ball's in the air from Rush. Service error. Point ace. Ace up 11-8. Ball's in the air from L. Rush able to get it to the right side. Hit it inside the end line. Point for Rush. Rush to serve down 9-11. Ball's in the air. Callie able to tip it over. Not sure what the call there was. Shea is serving. Avery back there in the front row. I don't know. Jenna. She hurt her ankle. She's on the bench. Shea serving up 13-9. Rush able to get it to her outside. Shea with the save. L bumps it back over to Anna on the outside. Sends a free ball over the net. Rush able to corral that. Get it to their setter. Miscommunication. That's a point for Ace. Ace up 14-9. How you doing, ref? Doing well. Ball's in the air. Rush sending the free ball over the net. Shea able to get to that. McKenna sets it up for Anna. Gets a hit. Rush able to get down and dig that. They set it to their right side. Two hands over the net. McKenna with a one-hand save. Avery with the tip. But Shea was called for a lift, and that is a point for Rush. Rush to serve, down 10-14. We got called for a lift. As soon as something happens like that causes a point, I always look at the ref before I do the point for that reason. Ace got called for a lift, so that was Rush's point. Rush from the outside. Shea was able to save that. McKenna able to punch that over the net, not hit it, so that's good. They're middle, tips it over. Avery with the block. Rush able to scramble and get that over. That's a point for Rush. Rush serving down 11-14.
Here we go, ladies.
Add up 11 and 14, you get 25. What's that? Avery's jersey number. Ball's in the air. Service error, Rush. Point Ace. Ace up 15-11. Leah coming in for McKenna. Cassie coming in for Amelie. Cassie Barney to serve. Up 15-11. Ball's in the air. Rush able to corral that, get it to their setter, over to their outside with a strong hit. And a point. Strong hit from Rush. They are serving down 12-15. And the score may be 12-15, but the time is only 12:09. Ball's in the air. Shea with a nice pass to Cassie. He gets it to Avery in the middle. Tips it over. Rush is able to get to that tip. Hit from their outside. Too strong. Oh! Point for Ace, up 16-12. Anabikas to serve. Riley in for L in the front row. Ball's in the air from Anna. Rush able to get that over to their middle. Who gets a hit in. Shea able to save it. Cassie one-handed tip over the net. Rush up to their setter, up to their right side. Solid hit, hits the top of the net, which allows Ace to save it. Cassie plays it well off the net. Anna gets the kill and a point for Ace.
Nicely done, Pat. Get him, Anna.
Not sure what I missed there. Strong hit. Ace unable to save that one. I thought I had 18-12. I was trying to do something silly on the phone while I was keeping score. Scoring table has 17-13. We'll go with that. Rush to serve down 13-17. Ball's in the air from Rush. Shea to Cassie to Avery. Tips it. Gets the tip. Put back on the overpass. Point for Ace. Ace up 18-13. Avery to serve. Callie into the front row. Ball's in the air from Avery. Too strong. She was going for the back corner. Almost hit it. Point for Rush. Rush to serve down. 14-18. It was playing, and it was still close. Yeah. Rush serving down, 14-18. Shea to Cassie to Riley. Lands just outside the end line. Point for Rush. Rush to serve down, 15-18. Ball's in the air. Anna with a good pass to Cassie. Cassie gets it to Leah on the right side. Who gets a hit. That was going to go out. Rush decided to go for it anyway. That's a point for Ace. Ace up. 19-15. Oh. Leah serving. Rush. Able to get it to their outside. Goes up for a hit. Oh! Too strong. Point Ace. Ace up 20-15. For you fans of simple math, 2015 was 11 years ago. Ball's in the air from Leah. That's an ace. And another point for Ace. Up 21-15. Woo! Leah continues to serve. Cassie, Callie, and Riley in the front row. Shea and Ann in the back row with Leah. That's another ace from Leah. Ace up 22-15. Woo! And away we go from Leah. Rush gets called on a rotation. Point for Ace. Ace up 23-15. Two more from Leah, and Ace will win their first set of this tournament and go up 1-0 here in match number 3. Too strong. Point for Rush. Rush to serve down 16-23. McKenna coming in for Leah. Amelie coming in for Cassie. And I missed Avery and Shea switching again in the back row. My apologies. Ball's in the air. Too strong. Point Ace. Ace up 24-16. L in for Riley to serve. L serving for the set. Ace up 24-16. Ball's in the air. Wayward out the left sideline. Point for Rush. Rush to serve down 17-24. Set point number 2 for Ace. Ball's in the air. Shea with a good pass to McKenna. McKenna over to Anna on the outside. Hits the antenna. That's a point for Rush. Rush to serve down 18-24. Timeout. Timeout, Ace. Be back in 30 seconds. Yeesh. Ball's in the air. It's an ace for Rush. Rush within 5, serving down 19-24. I think this is set point number 3 or 4 for Ace. Rush serves it out. Point for Ace. Ace wins the first set 25-19. Goes up 1-0 here in match number 3. See ya in 3 minutes. All right, I think I have the starting lineup correct here for set number 2. Ace will serve. Shea is in for Callie in the back row. Ace starting off this second set with the serve. Avery doing some weird dance move. Doing a hair whip. Anabikas to start us off with the serve. Here in set number 2, match number 3, day number 1 of February Fiesta. Balls in the air from Anna. Rush able to get that. Sends it over to their outside. Hits it across court and lands just in. That was a well-placed shot from Rush. Rush starts this set off with a point, and they are up 1-0. Ball's in the air from Rush. Shea able to dig that, get it over to Cassie. Cassie to Avery in the middle with a solid hit. Rush able to recover once, twice, and not reach the third one. That's a point for Ace. Avery to serve, tied at 1. Nice. I'll tell you that. Move around a little bit at least. Ball's in the air from Avery. Oh, Callie did come in the front row. I missed that. There we go. Rush from their outside. Net. That's a point for Ace. Ace up 2-1. Avery serves. Ball's in the air from Avery. Rush hits it straight up. Over the bench. They are able to save it, but not get a free ball over the net. Point for Ace. Ace up 3-1. Ball's in the air from Avery. Rush hits it straight up. Their setter gets over to it, gets it to their outside, who has to adjust to get over the net. Cassie to Avery. Avery sets it over to Leah on the right side, who gets a hit. Rush unable to save it. That's a kill for Leah and a point for Ace. Ace up 4-1. Just notice I might have a lineup a little sideways here. We'll fix it after this play. Rush able to save it and get it over. Anna able to get it to Cassie. Cassie all the way over to Riley on the outside, who gets a hit. Rush able to get it up. Two players confused. Ace able to get it across the net and back over. Avery with a good pass to Cassie. Cassie set up to Riley. Hit. Lands just out. That's a point for Rush. Good little run there for Avery. Shea coming in for Avery in the back row. I think I have Riley and Leah backwards here, so I am switching them on the court. Rush to serve, down 2-4. Ball's in the air from Rush. Riley able to get a pass. Now a slide over pass. Ace unable to capitalize on the overpass. Rush is and scores. Rush to serve, down 3-4. Ball's in the air. Shea. Leah able to bump past that across the net to Riley. Gets a hit over the net. Rush gets a block. Cassie able to save it. Anna able to get it. And not quite over the net. That point for Rush. We are tied up at 4.
Let's go, ladies. Come on, Ace.
Ball's in the air. Anna able to get it past to Cassie. Cassie gets it set over to Leah. Hits over the net into a block and down. Point Ace. Ace up 5-4. Leah Smith to serve. Ball's in the air. Rush able to get that over to their right side for a hit. Hits it into the block, but not down. That is a point for Rush. We are tied up at 5. Amelie coming in for Cassie. McKenna coming in for Leah. Rush to serve, tied up at 5. Put 5 and 5 together, you get 55. What happened in 1955? Disneyland opened. Rush right side, 2 cross court, and out! Point ace up 6-5. L in for Riley to serve. Ball's in the air. That's an ace for L. Ace up 7-5. Woo! L serving up 7-5. Rush. Setter is able to get there. Bud bumps it over the net. And Al, that's a point for Ace. Ace is up 8-5. Put 8 and 5 together, you get 85. What happened in 1985? Marty McFly went back to the past and then back to the future. Ball's in the air from Al. Rush hits it. Al able to dive and save it. Shea able to get over to the valve. Miscommunication between Shea and Anna. Unable to save it. That's a point for Rush. Rush to serve down 6-8. What happened in 1968? Richard Nixon became our 37th president. Ball's in the air from Rush. Al Alexander able to get to McKenna. McKenna over to Anna. Rush with a hit. Al able to save that. McKenna tries to tip it over. Point for Rush. Rush to serve down 7-8. Ball's in the air. Al with a pass to McKenna. McKenna with the bumps it over to Anna on the outside. Anna gets it over the net. Rush sets it to where there's a player isn't. Everybody's okay. Ace up 9-7. Avery in the front row. Shea to serve. Ball's in the air. Rush unable to save that one. That is out. That's a point for Ace. Ace up 10-7. Captain Cassie Barney is going to wave hi to the camera when she runs in front of it. Probably. She said she will. Ball's in the air from Shea. Set. Avery. Slight overpass. Oh. Awkward set for awkward bump for McKenna. Point Rush. Rush to serve down 8-10. Ball's in the air. Al with a pass to McKenna. McKenna over to Anna on the outside. Too strong. No block. That's a point for Rush. Rush to serve down 9-10.
Here we go, ladies. Let's go.
Ball's in the air from Rush. Shea. Anna able to bump that one and save it. McKenna tried to pass it over the net. It gets blocked, but we are able to save it. Anna hits it back over the net. Rush with a bump to their back row. It gets hit. Miscommunication. Ace able to save it. Do hit it out. We are now tied up at 10. No, Scott, I don't have anything that happened in the year 10-10. Not yet. Give me a week or two. I'll look it up. Ball's in the air from Rush. Shea to McKenna. McKenna to Avery with the quick hit and the kill. Point. Ace. Cassie Barney in for Amelia. Cassie to serve. Leah Smith in the front row for McKenna. Serves in the air from Cassie. She rolls that one over the net for an ace. Woo! Woo! Ball's in the air from Cassie. Rush able to hit it up. Set it to their outside, who swings and does hit it over the net. Anna able to save that one over the net with a backwards bump. Rush sets and is able to swipe it inbounds past the block. Point Rush. Rush to serve down 11-12. Ball's in the air from Rush. Shea to Cassie. Cassie to Avery. A little behind there, able to tip it over. Shea gets that one to Leah on the right side. Rush able to recover that. Sets it to their outside. Goes up for a hit. Hits it right at Cassie. She's unable to hit it up. We are tied at 12. And for those of you that like not quite simple math, 12 times 12 is 144. Thanks, Scott. Ball's in the air from Rush. Anna into the net. That is a point, not into the net, into the pole. That is out of bounds. That's a point for Rush. Rush to serve up 13-12. Timeout, Ace. This is a 30-second timeout because they all are. All right, we're back from timeout. Ball's in the air. Rush serving up 13-12. Shea, slide over pass. Rush able to capitalize on that and get the point. Rush up 14-12. Ace looking for a stop here to get the serve back. Al able to dig down and get that serve back over the net. Rush hits it. It's to Cassie. Cassie to Shea. Shea to Leah. Leah tries to send it down into the corner, and it would have hit had they Rush not gotten to it. Rush through the block. Cassie gets there. A bump set from Shea to Anna. Anna rolls it over the net. Rush bends down, able to save it. They get a bump set back to their outside who gets a hit. L able to save that one. Cassie over to the right side for Leah. Hits across court. It's an overpass. And there's a miscommunication on Ace's part trying to save that pass. That's a point for Rush. Rush is up 15-12. What happened in the year 1215? I've used this one before, but the Magna Carta was enacted, which largely started the downfall of the British royal family over 800 years ago. That was a heck of a volley back and forth from Ace. I'm glad I didn't try to call that one. I wouldn't have known what to say. But it's a point for Ace. Potentially a point for Ace. We have referees converging, referees and line judges converging at the ref stand. It was called for Ace. We're trying to figure out who called what. I called the point for Ace after the head ref said the point was for us, and then there was disagreement from the down ref and possibly the line judges. Waiting to see what comes of the conference. Yeah, but the Magna Carta in 1215 largely started to give serfs their first kind of individual rights. You know, and up until then, it was really, you know, the King of England. My rule was law. You know, up until then. And then over the last 800 plus years, well, they still have, you know, well, the British royal family are, you know, still king and queen and, you know, whatnot. But all right, the point still goes to Ace. Ace is serving down 13-15.
Here we go, Ace!
But they're, you know, figureheads, no actual power in England. So But they're still rich. Lots of money. Yeah, yeah. Lots of property. Yeah, good for them. Not yet. We did not. Yes. Scoring table has not actually fixed the score yet. It is 13-15 after that last point. Ball's in the air from Anna. Rush on their outside. Cassie with a one-handed save. Leah can't quite get to it. That's a point for Rush. Rush is up 16-13. Ball's in the air from Rush. Riley able to get that one. It is an overpass, but not right up against the net. Rush has to do a left-handed save there to get that over the net. Cassie to Avery with a solid Adam hit and a kill. Point, ace.
Go, ladies!
Ace down 14-16. Not yet. I don't worry about it until it matters. The score? Yeah. It doesn't matter yet. Avery, Callie into the front row. Avery with the serve. Avery too strong. Point Rush. Rush up 17-14. Shea in for Avery in the back row. Rush serving up 17-14. Service error. Ace within two. Serving down 15-17. Hey, there's another one. You know what happened in 15-17? Martin Luther nailed his 95 Theses to the church door in Germany, largely starting the Protestant Reformation. Yeah. Leah Smith to serve. Ball's in the air. Service error. Point Rush. Rush up 18-15. McKenna in for Leah. Amelie in for Cassie. Rush to serve up 18-15. Riley to Amelie. They do save it. Riley gets it over. Rush able to save it. Get it to their outside with a hit. Amelie with a block, but Rush is able to save it. McKenna to Callie. Callie into the block. Ace able to save that one. Rolling over the net.
Let's go!
Shea with a good pass to McKenna. McKenna over to Riley on the outside. Cross court and a kill for Riley. And a point for Ace. Ace within two, down 16-18.
Volleyball!
Ball's in the air from L. Rush to their right side. Hits it. McKenna cannot get the pass in there. Point for Rush. Rush now up 19-16. Ball's in the air. Shea to McKenna. McKenna with a set across to Anna. Anna from the outside. Rush able to capitalize on that one. Setter dump over the net. There is nobody there. Point Rush. Rush up 20-16.
Let's go, ladies!
No?
I just got Chick-fil-A, so that's really happy.
Timeout Ace. Too strong. Point Ace. Ace down 17-20. Yeah, missing 2 points now. Service error. I will. 2 points. We have 17. That says 15. We're off by 2 points. We're trying to tell people across the court that the scoreboard's wrong. Not sure they understand.
Ball!
Replay. Ball on the court. Joe just tried to throw the ball to the other court and threw it right into the net dividing courts. He does that at practice too, so it checks out. Ball's in the air. Shea to McKenna. Over to Anna. Rush able to recover. Set that to their middle. Avery able to get a block. Rush able to get that in. Tip it over. Anna to McKenna. McKenna. Shea able to come and save the set. Rush able to get that point. Up 22-17.
Go, you got it. Hey, you got it. Smiles on.
They gave us 1. Still off by 1. Scoring table gave us 1 of our 2 points back, but it's still off by 1. Ball's in the air. Anna with a hit. Rush able to block that and get the hit off of the block. L with a one-handed save. It does go out of bounds. Rush now up 23-17. Rush 2 points away from forcing extra volleyball here in match number 3. Serves away. L to McKenna. McKenna to Amelie. Amelie hits it towards their back row. Rush hits it up and cannot save that. That's a point for Ace. Ace within 5 at 18-23. Cassie coming in for Amelie. Leah coming in for McKenna. Cassie Barney to serve. Not sure how I missed Avery going back in either. Not doing very well at this substitution thing today. Cassie with the serve. Rush able to get it over to the right side. Who hits it? Leah able to save it. Cassie with a bump set across the court to Anna. Redo. Ball was on the court.
Let's go, Ace!
Cassie Barney serves again. With a hit. One-handed save from Cassie. Avery saves that bump. Leah gets it over the net. Good scramble from Ace. Rush sets to their outside. He gets a hit into a block from Leah and Avery, which was not a block. It was not a block because it didn't make it over the net. Point Ace. Ace serving down 19-23. I don't think we're going to get that other point back because they've already checked the book once and adjusted when we were down 2. Both teams able to scramble and get the ball over net there a couple times. Shea able to get that. Avery with a bump set to Anna, who hits it over the net. Rush sets it to their outside. Cassie with a save. Leah with a bump set across to Anna, who's able to hit it down the line. Rush able to get that one up. Able to get that to the middle. Tip it over the net. But Rush is called for a lift. That's a point for Ace. Ace within 3 by my count. 5 because they're missing another point. Okay, they finally flipped our point. Still down a point. The scoring table has 19-23. Ball's in the air. Oh, Rush able to score that 24th point, hitting it off the block. Rush serving for the set and to force a third set.
Here we go, ladies. Here we go.
In match number 3 on day 1 of this tournament. Ball's in the air. And that's an ace for Rush. That'll end the second set. We are going to the third set. Just as a reminder, third set You still got to win by 2, but we only played at 15, not 25. See you in about 3 minutes. All right, we are back with extra volleyball. Set number 3, match number 3. Rush versus Ace. Again, first to 15, still got to win by 2. Let's go, Ace! 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 Woo! Snap into a Slim Jim! Here we go, set 3, match 3. First to 15, Rush starts off with service. Shea with a good pass to Cassie, straight to Avery. With a hell of a hit, just needed to be a little more down. That's a point for Rush. But boy, was that good contact. Let's do that more. Rush, service in the air. Shea able to pass to Cassie. Cassie over to Leah on the outside, into the net. That's a point for Rush. Rush up 2-0 here early in this third set. Ball's in the air from Rush. Shea with a good pass to Cassie again. Sets it to Avery. Another solid hit. That one lands in. That's a kill and a point. Ace within one. And serving down 1-2. Anna to serve. Ball's in the air from Anna. And an ace, and we're tied at 2. Put 2 and 2 together, you get 22. What's that? You tell me, Second Amendment fans. Ball's in the air for Anna. Rush able to dig down and get that one. To the right side for the hit. Shea able to save it. Cassie able to save it off the net. Shea back over the net. Rush to their middle for the hit. Avery with a block, but it does go out of bounds. That's a point for Rush. Rush up 3-2. Ball's in the air from Rush. Shea with a good pass to Cassie. Cassie, Avery slides in behind her. Rush able to save that one. Ace wins the battle at the net. That's a point for Ace. Tied up at 3. Avery to serve. Callie into the front row. Ball's in the air from Avery. A good cross-court serve. They are able to get it to their outside. Who hits it? Out! Well, the ball was out. Ace got called into the net, so that's a point for Rush. Rush up 4-3. You didn't get the third out because we didn't get the point. Sorry to psych you out like that. I'm disappointed too. You'll get another one. Ball's in the air. Riley to Cassie. Cassie to Shea. Shea over the net. Rush able to get that in. They set it to their middle. Cassie able to dig that one straight to Riley, who gets it over the net. Rush to their back row. Able to get a block and hit that back over the net. Rush able to scramble and get that over the net with a bunch of one-handed hits. Cassie with a center dump. And the point. All tied up at 4 here in the third set. Leah Smith to serve. Ball's in the air from Leah. Rush hits it up. Their setter over to their outside for a hit. Anna able to save that one to Cassie. Cassie over to Riley on the outside. Into the net. That's a point for Rush. Rush up 5-4. McKenna in for Leah. Amelie in for Cassie. Ball's in the air from Rush. Riley to McKenna. Left-handed hit over the net. Rush able to get it to their outside. Who hits it? Anna with a good save to McKenna. McKenna sets it up for Amelie on the right side. Into the net. That's a point for Rush. Rush up 6. Looked like it froze for a few there, so my apologies. Here we go, ladies. Not sure where it left off. All right, we are back. Rush serving up 7-4. Shea to McKenna, able to save it, but not get it over the net. Point for Rush. Rush up 8-4 here in the third set. Ball's in the air from Rush. Ace unable to handle that serve. These two parents here. Let's go, Ace! Rush up 9-4. Not sure what happened there. Overpass from Ace and a kill from Rush. Rush up 10-4. Another timeout, Ace. Down 10-4.
Let's go, Ace!
Ball's in the air. Service error. They call that a coach's point. That's Coach Joe's point for calling the timeout. Getting them off their rhythm. Point Ace. Ace to serve down. 5-10. L coming in to serve. Ball's in the air. Oh! Out of bounds. Point Ace. Ace serving down 6-10. Ball's in the air from L. Middle able to tip that over right to where we are. The most efficient way to score points. Hit it where the other team is not. Rush up 11-6.
Fight, Ace, fight!
That's an ace from Rush. They are now up 12-6, 3 points away from a win. Avery coming in the back row for Shea. Ball's in the air. That was out. L did not touch it. She was close. Point Ace. Ace to serve. Down 7-12. Shea coming in to serve. Avery in the front row. Ball's in the air from Shea. Short serve. Rush able to get to it. Their right side hit. Ace gets a hand on it to block it. Keep the play alive. To McKenna to Avery. Avery tips it over. Rush able to get to that one. Sets to their outside. Ace able to get a hand on it with the block, but it comes down on our side. That's a point for Rush. Rush up 13-7. Cassie Barney coming in for Amelie. Leah coming in for McKenna. L to Cassie. Cassie goes for a setter dump. Goes on our side of the net. 14-7 Rush. Rush, match point number 1. Ball's in the air. Ace, overpass, over the net. Rush called for a double. Hitting it over the net. Point Ace. Cassie Barney to serve, down 8-14. Ball's in the air from Cassie. That's an ace. Ace within 5, 9-14. Rush hits it off the block, out of bounds. Off the block, that's a point for Rush. Rush wins this third set 15-9. Wins the match 2-1. Ace 18 Black, unfortunately, falls to 0-3 today. We will be back with Ace 18 Black tomorrow morning, either 8 or 9 o'clock for the game. We either ref or play at 8. I don't remember which off the top of my head. But that will be tomorrow morning. As for the Ace 16s team, Ace 16 Red, they will play at 4, 5, and 7 Arizona time. So we will see you in about 3 hours. Until then.
See ya.
Yeah.
We're out.
They're letting her leave.
I will think of you.